Hey guys, it's MegaRobert from MegaRobertTV, and today I'm going to review issue 35 of Mega Man. So last issue, Mega Man and his friends decided to go back to the Temple of Ra-Moon and see if they could find any evidence that could prove Dr. Wily innocent. And as that was happening, Mega Man's brother actually went to visit Quake Woman and get some answers about what it means to truly be part of a family. So that was a very good setup in the last issue, but now it's time to see how they're going to go through with that. So this issue starts out where Mega Man's in the main chamber of the Temple of Ra-Moon. And Mega Man's sort of freaked out right now because this is the place that he almost died. And that really freaks him out. He's all paranoid and stuff. He thinks he's hearing voices. It's really crazy. So he starts shooting around, hitting the walls with his bullets. He thinks something's going to attack him, but according to Pharaoh Man, there's nothing else in the room. There's nothing that can hurt him. But Mega Man's not too sturdy right now. He's really freaked out. But luckily, Dr. Light comes and tells him that everything's gonna be fine. So that's sort of what's happening with Mega Man right now. And Mega Man's brother Blues is with Quake Woman, and Blues is very impulsive right now. He really wants an answer to all his questions. So Blues, who's known as Breakman right now, is asking so many questions. I know what your mom did to you. She took away your personality. And how could you let her do that? How could you trust her? And he's just going off the wall with questions, just insanely angry. So Quake Woman, she backs off a little bit and she's like, I'll let you come into the house and then we'll continue this conversation in there. So Quake Woman goes inside with Breakman and she turns on the TV, and when it turns on, it actually shows a video of Quake Woman when she was younger. And it turns out when Quake Woman was younger, she was actually really immature. She just ran around and she had no worries, and that was fine. She was a little kid, but nowadays, since her personality was taken away, she's actually very serious. So Blues, he uses that to his advantage. He goes, you see right there, that's the reason I'm here, because your mom took away your personality. How could you let her do that? She says that she forgives her mom and she trusts her too. But Blues doesn't really understand that. He's like, why do you forgive her? Why do you trust her? And Quake Woman says because she needs to move on in life. But Blues, he doesn't really understand that still. And Quake Woman turns it around on him. She goes, let me ask you something. How come you're angry at me, and how come you're angry at my mom and Dr. Light? What did Dr. Light ever do to you? And that's when Breakman snaps. He gets super angry, and he punches the wall, and he breaks a frame, and he goes, Dr. Light replaced me with Mega Man. He replaced me with Mega Man and Roll. He took away my home. He replaced me. And he's super angry, and Quake Woman has nothing to say. But she's just freaked out, but luckily her mom jumps into the room and she heard the whole conversation. And she talks to Blues and she goes, Blues, I don't understand why you're so angry. Haven't you ever thought that Dr. Light made Mega Man enroll so that you could be happy, so that you could have a brother and sister and that you wouldn't be lonely anymore? And Breakman thinks about that for a second and he doesn't say anything. He just teleports away, and that's the last we ever see of him. So that was a very good scene in the comic book. I could describe it more, but I think it's better if you guys just actually read it, because that's a very well written scene. So that's what's happening over there. So back to Mega Man now, and Mega Man is still in the Temple of Ra-Moon, and the doctors have decided that they do have enough evidence that Dr. Wily is innocent, but should they go through with bringing this evidence up? And Dr. Light thinks they should do that, but the other doctors are still pretty angry at Dr. Wily, and they tell Dr. Light that Wily is the enemy and they shouldn't trust him. But Thomas Light doesn't think that. He doesn't think of Wily as an enemy. He just thinks that he's a very confused man that has done some wrong things in the past. So the doctors are arguing back and forth, but finally they come together and realize that they need to do what is the best for society and the best for everyone that was hurt by the blackout. So that's the end of that scene there, and Mega Man sort of gets the confidence back to realize that there's only a brighter future coming ahead. So that's the end of the main Mega Man story, and now it's time to jump 100 years into the future for Mega Man X. So with Mega Man X, he's on the computer and he's checking up some news files, And what's happening lately is that there are these new Mavericks, which are Reploids that have gone rogue and just started killing people and started killing robots as well. So X is kind of confused about this, and he asked Dr. Kane what these Reploid Mavericks are really about, and Dr. Kane doesn't even know. But on the other side of town, there's a group now called the Maverick Hunters, which is led by Sigma, the Reploid. And as you guys know, Sigma is actually the villain in most of the Mega Man X games, but they haven't gotten to that point in the comic yet. So Sigma has created this group to destroy these Mavericks, no matter what the cost. And he's actually confronted by X, who tells Sigma that he doesn't know if this is the right thing. And Sigma is actually very well spoken for a bad guy who he'll be in the future. And he tells Mega Man X, he goes, "Oh, I understand. You think we're fighting the symptoms and not the disease. I completely understand you, X." But he goes, "I think this is the right thing right now as the Maverick Hunters that we need to do. But I would like you to join me someday because you have very good ideas on the future." And Sigma sort of leaves. So that's actually the end of the X story right there. This issue, the stories were actually very short. As I'm describing them now, I definitely feel how short they were, but they were very good. So if you guys can pick up this issue sometime, you should definitely do it. That's about it for the issue. So question of the day, what did you guys think about the issue? Did you like it? Tell me in the comment section below. And this is usually where I'd end the video, but I want to tell you guys about a future video that I'm doing. I'm reviewing Sonic the Hedgehog, some of the comics, and I'll get more into detail about that in the description, so I'll leave some info down there. But I just want to tell you guys, so if you guys wanted me to review Sonic, then there you go. I'll be working on that for the future. This is Mega Robert, signing off.